Hi, my name is Alona and I like to garden. Today I'd like to share my experiment with these Costco Caladiums that I started about 2.5 months ago, beginning with planting the bulbs and then all the way to now when I have these beautiful vibrant plants right here. Full disclosure, this is my first time growing Caladiums, but the plant has been very intriguing to me because it can be grown indoors year round or it can be grown outside in good warm weather. For colder climates like mine, I'm in zone 5B/6A, right on the border there. Cool thing about these plants, they can be an annual where you plant them and just leave them, or they can be a perennial if you dig up the bulbs at the end of the season and save them indoors over winter. You should be able to plant them again next year and get the plant to grow again. They are shade loving plants, but yet they do look very pretty with bright, vibrant colors on them, which is not super common in shade loving plants. So I'm really excited about that. So between all of that, I decided to give them a try. It's been about 2.5 months for me since I planted them, so it's definitely been quite a journey with these plants, and there are some caveats that I learned along the way. So if you're looking to plant caladiums for the first time, or maybe you're looking for a review for these specific caladiums from Costco, or you're just looking for a video to watch for fun, I invite you to join me on my journey with these plants for the last couple of months. Let's go. Before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about what is it that we're planting today. A few days ago, I was at my local Costco and I saw this bag of caladiums on sale. It looked so pretty and vibrant to me that I wanted to pick it up right away. But I've never planted caladiums before and I've never grown caladiums before, so it's going to be a first for me. From what I understand, there are 4 different types of caladiums in this bag. It has, let's see, Red Flash, it has Carolyn Wharton, it has White Queen, and it has White Christmas caladiums in it, a few of each kind. There are a total of 18 here. These are supposed to be shade-loving plants, can be grown in containers, but like I said, I've never grown these before, so it's going to be a first for me. And what I usually do when I do something for the first time is I go online, research it a little bit, get some advice, get some tips to help me along the way, which is what I did with these caladiums also. But to my surprise, I wasn't able to find a consistent recommendation when it comes to germinating these bulbs. Some people say to soak them prior to putting them in a container. Other people say no, don't soak them, don't water the container at all, keep them dry until they sprout. Other people say don't put it in a container at all, put it outside when possible, wait for that time. So in the multitude of tips and advice that I saw online, I decided to pick some pointers, but it's going to be a total experiment for me. I hope you like experiments too, because at the end we'll get to see if it works or not. And with that, let's get started. Inside the bag, I already see multiple plastic baggies like this. Oh, and they are marked. So for each of the 4 varieties, there's a separate bag that marks which one's which. All right, so we got Caladium Carolyn Wharton, which is this one, I believe. Then we have White Christmas, which is this one. Then we have Red Flash, which is this one. Yeah, it is that one. And White Queen, and it is this one, although it does have a little bit of pink. So these are all pretty. I don't know. Oh yeah, no, I do. It does say. So I got 4, 4, 5, and 5. I got 5 of the 2 varieties and 4 of the other 2 varieties. So I decided to go ahead and pre-soak my bulbs for like 30 minutes before I put them in the ground. So I got these handy dandy containers with water over here. I have 4 of them. I put room temperature, slightly warm water to help them along. So this is going to be step 1. Put caladiums in the water and wait 30 minutes. Oh, they're really different colors. That first one was a pretty good size. The second one is pretty itty bitty. There's an even smaller one. Oh wow, and this one's pretty big. I wonder if the smaller ones came off of the larger ones. I wonder if you can plant them separately. Do you guys know? Yeah, the smaller one must have definitely come off some of these other bulbs because look, I was supposed to get 5, but I'm pulling a lot more than 5 already. So I wonder if they were one big clump at some point and then the babies just came off. I'm gonna plant them all separately. All right, I think that's everything in this one. A good size one. So this is the White Christmas. Another good size one. Supposed to be 4 in here. This one's on the smaller size. 3 and 4. There's definitely only 4 in this one. I don't know, does this count? It's a tiny. Okay, so White Christmas. Next one is a red flash. And there's supposed to be 5 in this one. In there. We were supposed to have 5. And then last but not least is White Queen. Nothing else. So really it's just that first one that had a bunch of little ones. I'm guessing maybe there was a bulb that had a bunch of them clumped together that came apart into smaller pieces. Nonetheless, it is what it is. We'll plant them all and see what grows. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes and it's time to get these guys out. I'm gonna pull them out of the water and put them on paper towels to dry a little bit, and then we'll see exactly how many we have. All right, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit closer. All right, here these guys are. A little bit closer. As you can see, 3 of them we got the right amount, and then that last one something happened and we have a bunch of little bulbs. But we have 4 of this variety, which is White Queen, 5 of this variety, which is a Red Flash. These are probably the biggest and most uniform bulbs that I got in this package. We got 4 of these, which is White Christmas. And last but not least, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got 11 bulbs of Carolyn Wharton. And as you can see, that one is really, really big. That one is like second largest, but then we have a bunch of little pieces. I think they probably came off these 2 bulbs right here. I'm guessing these are babies and can grow on their own, but we'll find out because I will be planting them all separately. So next thing, I'm gonna go ahead and get the cups ready to place them in, and I'll be right back. And now the fun part. Let's plant these bulbs. I went ahead and got some cups ready. I used these 18-ounce solo cups from Costco. I drilled some drainage holes on the bottom and I filled them with some soil mix. Now looking at these bulbs, I'm not 100% sure where the up is and where the bottom is. From what I saw online, the curvy part is supposed to be up and the flat part is supposed to be down. The up also is supposed to have these eyes on it, but they're not very pronounced. So I'm going to do my best to guessing which way is up, which way is down. Now, from what I've read, also it is best to put these bulbs 1.5 to 2 inches into the ground. So on the ones that I am confident on which way is up and which way is down, I'm going to try to put them a little bit deeper. The larger bulbs also will go a little bit deeper. And on the smaller bulbs, I'll try to put them closer to the surface and hope that they grow, whether or not I am successful in deciding which way is the correct way. All right, so let's put them in the cups. Oh, I found one more tiny guy in the water that I didn't notice before. It goes with this white Christmas variety, so I'm gonna try and plant it too. Oh, also I need to sign these because there's no way I'm gonna remember which one's which. And here they are. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hard to decide which way was up and which way was down, so I did my very best. So now I gotta cover these with some soil and set them aside, let them grow. Done. Now, I might also cover these with some plastic wrap to create somewhat of a greenhouse effect to hopefully get them grow a little bit faster. I don't know yet. I'm going to think about that. But for now, these are going to go into a light and bright room. I'm not going to put them under grow lights. Well, not that I mind that, but I just don't have any room under my grow lights at this time. So they'll just go in a bright room and I'll be checking on them weekly. So stay tuned. It's May 25th, and I finally have growth poking through here. Here's one. Here's another one. Here's a third one. I don't see any more yet, but hopefully more are coming. To be honest, it took way longer than I thought it would, but yeah, I'm so excited. It's been another month, and it is now June 27th. I've brought my caladiums outside and been acclimating them to the spot because I do want to put them in these containers over here. These containers do get a little bit of morning sun, but then it kind of fades out. So hopefully they do okay with that. Now, as you can see, I did have quite a few of them germinating and growing and putting out leaves, and that's awesome. And some of them are really beautiful. But it's been like 2.5, coming up on 3 months since I originally put them in the ground, and I definitely did not expect that it would take that long. So going forward, if I save these bulbs, I'll definitely start growing them way earlier. So this year, I think I started in April, early part of April. I could use starting them at least a month earlier, so early part of March or even end of February, so that they had a chance to put out some growth, and I was able to plant them a little bit earlier in the season. Now, as far as the 4 varieties that I got, if you guys remember, I had one variety that kind of came apart in smaller clumps. That was Carolyn Wharton variety, and it is these guys right here. So this whole tray is Carolyn Wharton variety. That's, as you can remember, I think I had like 11 or 12 little clumps. The ones in the back are the larger bulbs that I had, and towards the front are the smaller ones. I believe almost all of them grew. The only one that, yeah, there's like two that didn't grow. Everything else did, so that's really awesome. And then on this side, I have the other 3 varieties combined. The first one that poked through was this one, Red Flash. It's very pretty. I do finally have this one coming through. This one is White Christmas, I think, yeah. And then I do have 2 White Princess or White Queen that are trying. I do have growth in some of these other ones, but it is literally just coming in. See, like, there's one tiny one, one tiny one, one tiny one. And they've been in the ground for 2.5 months already. So definitely slow coming. Now these 3, I don't see any growth poking through. So this is White Christmas, Red Flash, and another White Christmas. I'm going to keep them here, so hopefully eventually they grow, but I'm not really holding my breath for it. At this point, since it's the end of June, I'm going to go ahead and plant what I have in these containers, and enjoy them being out and about and being pretty. But yeah, one thing that I'm taking away for next year is to definitely start indoors and start much earlier in the season because they take so long to get going. I went ahead and planted one of each variety of the caladiums I had in these 2 pots. I also added some annual sedum for additional texture and more decorative effect, more interest. As you can see, these plants don't really fill in the pots as is, and they've been put in the ground 2.5 months ago. I'm very curious to see how much they fill in over the next month or so I can get a better idea for next year as far as when the good time is to get them started. But as of now, that's what they look like. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful or entertaining, please consider giving me a like and subscribing. And as always, happy gardening, and I'll see you in the next one.